The View co-host Sunny Hostin's husband, Emmanuel Hostin, has been accused of federal insurance fraud.
Sunny Hostin, her husband accused of committing federal insurance fraud in a lawsuit.
It's the kind of scandal that seems ripped straight from the pages of a gripping crime thriller, except this one is very real and playing out in the headlines. Sunny Hostin, celebrated co-host of The View and a prominent voice on media, ethics, and justice now, finds herself at the center of a swirling storm of allegations and rumors. Her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, an esteemed orthopedic surgeon, is facing what legal experts are calling the biggest RCO case in New York since the days of the mafia. The accusations are staggering, the potential consequences even more so. And now Sunny herself has allegedly been implicated in this web of deceit. The story is jaw-dropping. The stakes are monumental and the twists just keep coming.
If she didn't really know what was going on, right, which is what she's probably going to say later, oh, I had no idea what my husband and his associates were doing. We'll wait and see what that is, but I think it's pretty freaking ironic.
Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, known for running a successful orthopedic practice in Manhattan, is among 200 defendants named in a sprawling lawsuit filed by American Transit, a major insurance company, that charges allegations of fraud, kickbacks, and illegal billing practices that reportedly span years. According to the 698-page complaint, Dr. Hostin is accused of knowingly performing unnecessary surgeries and submitting fraudulent claims to the insurance company in exchange for undisclosed compensation. The case filed under the Federal Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, more commonly known as R, is designed to dismantle large-scale criminal enterprises. In this instance, the focus is on what American Transit describes as a network of coordinated fraud involving medical professionals taking advantage of New York's no-fault insurance laws.
According to the documents, he knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services, including arthroscopic surgeries.
The potential penalties are steep under the RR Act. Damages award can be tripled, meaning that the lawsuit's monetary claims could balloon into the billions. But for Dr. Hostin, the financial implications may pale in comparison to the personal ones. If found guilty, he could be facing life in prison, and while the legal battle is just beginning, the fallout has already started to ripple through his personal life, and Sunny Hostin isn't emerging unscathed.
Emmanuel denied the allegations via a statement through his lawyer, telling Daily Mail that his client, quote, denies each and every allegation and that the lawsuit is a blanket scattershot.
What's shocking, the recent revelation that Sunny herself might have played a role in covering for her husband. Rumors are swirling that she helped hide money tied to the alleged fraudulent activities, possibly even aiding in the transfer of funds to shield them from investigators. While these claims have yet to be substantiated, they've already ignited a firestorm of speculation and cast a long shadow over Sunny's public image, known for her outspoken advocacy for justice and accountability. The idea that she could be tangled up in such a scandal is both ironic and deeply unsettling for her fans and critics alike.
RICO case ever filed in the state of New York. You guys wrap that around your brain. That's bigger than the mafia.
The allegations against Sunny suggest that she may have used her legal expertise. She was a federal prosecutor before her career in media to assist her husband in concealing financial irregularities. One unverified report claims that Sunny helped Emmanuel funnel funds through a series of shell companies using her knowledge of legal loopholes to keep the transactions under the radar. Another rumor suggests she may have even acted as an intermediary, negotiating with third parties to ensure the money remained untraceable. While none of this has been proven, the whispers alone are enough to shake the foundations of her reputation. After all, how does someone who's built a career on holding others accountable explain being accused of such actions? So he was
scamming insurance companies from taxi drivers, Uber drivers, and Lyft drivers. He was performing unnecessary surgeries and then providing fraudulent medical services in exchange.
Adding fuel to the fire are the contradictions between Sunny's public persona and the accusations now leveled against her on The View. She has often been a vocal critic of corruption and misuse of power, frequently calling for greater transparency and accountability in both politics and the private sector. She's positioned herself as a champion for the underdog, someone who speaks truth to power and demands integrity from public figures. And yet, if these allegations are true, it would mean that behind the scenes, she was engaging in the very behavior she so vehemently condemns.
Of Sunny Hostin on The View, Tom, basically implicating her husband in this type of a scheme.
Critics have wasted no time pointing out the apparent hypocrisy. Social media has been ablaze with commentary, with many calling for Sunny to address the allegations directly. Some have even demanded her resignation from The View, arguing that her credibility as a commentator is irreparably damaged. Others, however, are urging caution, noting that the allegations remain unproven, and that Sunny deserves the presumption of innocence until more concrete evidence emerges. But the court of public opinion isn't the only one Sun needs to worry about. Legal experts suggest that if investigators find evidence linking her to the alleged fraudulent activities, she could face charges herself. The potential consequences could be devastating, not just for her career, but for her personal life as well. A conviction could mean prison time, financial ruin, and the loss of everything she's worked so hard to build.
Some nefarious stuff. Let's just not forget who she is. She's been, for years, lecturing America about morality, inequality, systemic failures.
The rumors also touch on the couple's financial dealings, with some speculating that Sunny and Emmanuel may have lived beyond their means, relying on the alleged fraudulent income to sustain a lavish lifestyle, while the host have not been known for an ostentatious display of wealth. Reports suggest that they own multiple properties, including a luxurious home in Westchester County. Questions are now being raised about how they finance these assets and whether any of the funds tied to the alleged fraud were used for personal expenses.
Now, he's just accused, and this accused in a lawsuit after some time of investigation could ultimately become a federal indictment. That's the
adding another layer of complexity is the role Sunny's celebrity status may have played in the unfolding drama. According to some reports, American Transit has accused her of using her public platform to influence public opinion and discredit the lawsuit against her husband in a fiery...
So we know Sunny Hostin and her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, are preparing for a legal battle to fight accusations that he committed federal insurance fraud.
Meanwhile, Melania Trump's lawsuit is drawing attention to broader issues of accountability in the media. If Sun loses this case, it could have a chilling effect on how public figures are discussed on platforms like The View. Already, some media outlets are reportedly revisiting their editorial guidelines, wary of the potential consequences of crossing certain lines. For Sunny, however, the focus remains on defending herself and her family. Insiders suggest that she is determined to fight these lawsuits to the bitter end, even if it means putting her career on the line. As for Senator Fed's case, it's still in its early stages, but the implications are significant. If the court rules in his favor, it could open the floodgates for similar lawsuit against media personnel.
Essentially saying that it's a money grab, and they're also going to countersue for millions of dollars, $5 million.
And let's not forget the impact on Sunny's personal life between her husband's RI case and her own legal troubles. The strain on their family must be immense. While Sunny has always projected an image of strength and resilience, even the most composed individuals would struggle under such circumstances. For fans of The View, it's a reminder that even the most polished public figures are not immune to the complexities and challenges of real life as the drama surrounding Sunny Hostin and her husband continues to unfold.
Here's some news for you. The former First Lady has been noticeably absent on her husband's campaign trail.
Started during a segment on The View, where the hosts discussed Federer's recent legal actions against television personality Sunny Hostin. During the discussion, Sunny made what some are calling reckless and inflammatory comments about Fetterman's motivations and care. She allegedly suggested that his lawsuit was politically motivated and hinted at ulterior motives that painted him in a negative light. While it's not unusual for The View to tackle controversial topics, this particular segment appears to have struck a nerve. Vyman's legal team argues that Say's remarks were not only unfounded, but also damaging to his reputation as a public servant.
She is self-appointed. She knows everything. It's great to see her ego take this hit, but I think it will be short-lived.
It's amazing to listen to her talk about...
Need the lawsuit raise important questions about the balance between free speech and defamation, especially in the media. Can public figures like Sunny Hostin freely express their opinions without facing legal repercussions? Or does her platform come with the heightened responsibility to tread carefully? For Sunny, the stakes are incredibly high. If Fed's lawsuit gains traction, it could set a precedent that affects not only her, but also other media personalities who rely on provocative commentary to engage their audiences. Behind-the-scenes sources say that Sunny is feeling the pressure, the combination of her husband's ongoing case, Melania Trump's defamation.
His being, his humor, his personality, his kindness, He's very special.
During one particularly heated segment, Sunny boldly stated she doesn't want Toby the First Lady anymore. She's destroying his chances on purpose, and let's not forget her infamous comment about millennia, allegedly disliking Christmas, which sparked a social media frenzy while some viewers found Sunny's candor refreshing, others saw it as crossing the line, and it seems Millennia herself is among those who took offense in a lawsuit. Millennia's legal team reportedly argues that Sunny's statements were not only false, but also damaging to her reputation. The First Lady is said to be seeking a staggering sum in damages, a figure that's rumored to be in the hundreds of.
I think that it's very helpful that he's handy, and when we travel, I'm not picking up any bags. He's the one that's hefting them overhead. He throws the garbage out. Right. He does the heavy stuff.
What's shocking, the recent revelation that Sunny herself might have played a role in covering for her husband. Rumors are swirling that she helped hide money tied to the alleged fraudulent activities, possibly even aiding in the transfer of funds to shield them from investigators. While these claims have yet to be substantiated, they've already ignited a firestorm of speculation and cast a long shadow over Sunny's public image, known for her outspoken advocacy for justice and accountability. The idea that she could be tangled up in such a scandal is both ironic and deeply unsettling for her fans and critics alike.
But it does not look well when your name ends up with 200 people in a RICO investigation. This is the biggest investigation since Giuliani shook the tree and a bunch of mobsters fell out, right? Yeah. This is big stuff. And so, and thank you for bringing that video. It sure is ironic.
The rumors also touch on the couple's financial dealings, with some speculating that Sunny and Emmanuel may have lived beyond their means, relying on the alleged fraudulent income to sustain a lavish lifestyle, while the host have not been known for an ostentatious display of wealth. Reports suggest that they own multiple properties, including a luxurious home in Westchester County. Questions are now being raised about how they finance these assets and whether any of the funds tied to the alleged fraud were used for personal expenses.
I think that it's very helpful that he's handy, and when we travel, I'm not picking up any bags. He's the one that's hefting them overhead. He throws the garbage out. Right. He does the heavy stuff.
And then there's the emotional toll for all the legal and financial ramifications. The human cost of this scandal is undeniable. How does a family navigate such a public and deeply personal crisis? For Sunny, the stakes are particularly high as a mother. How does she shield her children from the fallout as a wife? How does she reconcile her loyalty to her husband with the possibility that he may have committed serious crimes? And as a public figure,